Good morning once again and welcome everybody.
Look at that plenty sword.
Say again?
You see the plenty sword.
Yeah, so I thought it was Methuselah at a point, but then...
I gotta see what it was, but
Yeah.
you know, I always mention how some runway stuff, you know, there's a lot of runway stuff you just can't wear.
Yeah.
Most of it you can't wear, really.
Couture.
Yeah.
Haute couture.
Got a question for you guys. Which of you, do you guys have a Mama Put on standby?
Wow.
Yeah, because
A caterer.
Mama Put is about to be the biggest thing in business come starting next week.
Been, though, right?
I'll tell you what.
The governor said, yeah?
Exactly. Governor Sanwo-Olu says that they might be engaging some caterers.
1,000.
1,000 caterers across Lagos State to provide free food for people. They call it a soup kitchen.
Before his pronouncement and his meet with the media, you remember when the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, mentioned that all governors have been given 30 billion. And it seemed like a revelation. In fact, it was a revelation. Nobody knew. That is apart from their regular allocation. So, everybody, this is not about the president. It's not about what he's doing. The point is this, we have 3 tiers of government.
Exactly.
And each tier has allocations. That is apart from the representatives and the Senate, who also have allocations for their constituents.
So the big question is, where does all these
monies go? Do you understand? A number of people saw that pronouncement by the Senate President, and they were like, okay, but wait, we have governors, we have House of Reps, we have Senate, we have local governments, chairmen, we have councillors. All these guys get money.
It was indeed quite a revelation when Akpabio mentioned
all these monies go as they should be.
In the case of Lagos, however, it seemed like as if it was a relief to hear that kind of a thing. But then again, there's a question as to how would it be apportioned? Where would it go? Where would I as an individual have to go to benefit from all of this? Because those 3 tiers you spoke about, it has to come all the way down. The local governments have to also be involved.
By the time it gets down, it's almost nothing.
It seems so. It always seems so.
Okay, so going back to what he said 1,000 caterers, right? 1,000 caterers. If you divide them into all the zones of Lagos and pick ones that they know are who are capable, who have capacity to do this kind of distribution, I think it will be helpful. The process and how it's going to be done, I don't think we should worry too much about that. I don't think we should worry too much about it.
I think we should.
I
think we should for accountability reasons.
Based on exactly, based on what the precedents that has been set before now. There's always a problem. You hear, they've delivered. You heard about the feed the school. How many of your kids got food? And it was from a government of a federal government.
There was also the argument about private and
do you understand?
And public schools. Why do private
your kid ever come on Monday and say, I got something, and it was, we don't know. It never happened. So that's the problem. So we need to worry about it, like you said.
Yeah.
So, well, at this point, I guess everyone, especially and their mother and their father, and the people online are already talking about it. They're already discussing it. And everyone is sort of trying to form their own accountability structure.
Yeah.
But I just feel like we should just...
Yeah. He talked about so many things. That wasn't the only thing he talked about.
That wasn't the only thing he talked about. He talked about quite a few other things.
Work days, for instance.
Yeah, for
how many work days?
3 days. 3 days and 4 days of rest. Woohoo! For you.
Wow. But that's still for public institutions.
You know, but I would say something, and I would say that Lagos State, when it comes to engagement with the citizenry, Lagos State and Governor Sanwo-Olu have been doing quite well when it comes to that. I mean, it was an open media cast, that it wasn't a script or something being read.
All right. Now, we're still definitely watching those stories, and we'll be giving you updates during our bulletins and, of course, the newspapers. But at this point, let's check out the weather.
The news, I am Mike Messikeno. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his commitment as the chairman of the Authority of ECOWAS Heads of State and Government to advancing judicial reforms with determined support, emphasizing that integrous and accountable judicial systems will strengthen democracy across West Africa. The president made these remarks at a meeting with a delegation from the ECOWAS Judicial Council, led by Justice Olukayode Ariwola, Chief Justice of Nigeria and chairman of the council at the State House in Abuja. President Tinubu congratulated judges from member states who participated in the 2-day council meeting in Abuja and applauded the successful conclusion of their deliberations. Speaking on behalf of the ECOWAS Judicial Council, Justice Ariwola emphasized the Council's commitment to facilitating the effective functioning of the ECOWAS judicial system. Justice Ariwola explained that the Council of Ministers had tasked the Judicial Council to address the enforcement of judgments issued by the Community Court.
Attorney General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Prince Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, gave that as part of his speech at the opening session on Tuesday. And that is part of my remarks to Mr. President also this morning, that the issue on the enforcement of the judgments of the Community Court is going to be looked into. We've set up 2 committees, one to look into the rules and the other to look into the position or the status of the enforcement of judgments of the Community Court. And as I told Mr. President, by the time the Council concludes its meeting, the recommendations will show that we have worked so hard to support the Commission.
Now, the President has said his administration remains steadfast in implementing necessary economic reforms to facilitate business growth and create investment opportunities that support Nigeria's growing population. Receiving a delegation from the Corporate Council on Africa led by Florizel Lisa, CCA's President and Chief Executive Officer, the President restated his unwavering commitment to Nigeria's economic growth and stability. The President commended the recent landing of a 45,000-kilometer submarine fiber optic cable in Akwa Ibom State, which establishes connectivity for the entire south region of Nigeria with Europe and other parts of Africa via the Atlantic Ocean. In her remarks, Ms. Liza expressed CCA's commitment to supporting Nigeria's economic growth through the 8 priority areas outlined by the President's administration. She invited President Tinubu to consider participating in TCA's U.S.-Africa Business Summit in May in Dallas, Texas.
We host a conference every year that brings together African heads of state with the most senior people in the U.S. government and private sector leaders from both the U.S. and across the continent. And so May 6th to 9th we'll be in Dallas, and we are hoping that His Excellency will participate, and also hoping he'll bring a strong Nigerian delegation to talk about the investment opportunities here in Nigeria. We think it's time for people to understand all of the reforms that are being implemented by His Excellency, the President, and the administration of this new government in Nigeria.
We look forward to more of such collaborations. CCA is a very great collaboration by corporate giants in America, and they're all coming to Nigeria to invest, not to take out. And so Nigeria is telling them that unlike before, you can bring in your money and then repatriate your profits legally. This is one of the reforms that the President is undertaking.
My middle name is Fine Girl.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, take it away.
All right, so yeah, my name is Titi, but then I have another T in the kitchen with me right here on Wake Up Nigeria, Chef T and Shide Flo. We have something to cook in the kitchen today because Chef T Flo always brings something nice and tasty. Now, whenever we put together meals, we hope that you can follow along and try it at home and make videos and send them over to us. We can't wait to see them. We can't wait to see your efforts when it comes to what we make. Chef T Flo.
Yeah, good morning, Titi.
Good morning. What are we making today?
We're making special plantain porridge.
Special plantain porridge. So you could have just said plantain porridge, but you put special. What's
Special,
so
no.
special about this one?
Because there's a way I made my own plantain porridge.
Okay.
I'm adding my salted meat to it.
Okay.
I'm using my fried fish. I'm not using roasted fish.
Fried fish, not
Yes.
roasted fish.
Yeah.
And you're adding beef to it as
Yes.
well.
Assorted beef.
Assorted beef. Okay. All right, so we're going to see how you make this flow, Chef T Flo.
Yeah.
All right, we have our plantain here. Of course, we have some, this is palm oil.
Yeah.
Yes? Palm oil. We have
Ugu.
ugu leaf.
Miss pepper.
Pepper mix. Two different types of pepper mix.
This
here.
Scotch bonnet.
Okay, so this is like rodo.
Yes,
it's hot.
rodo, yes.
And this is pepper and tomato.
Yes.
All right, got
This
you.
is my onions. This is my crayfish.
All right.
This is my fried fish.
So this fish that you fried, what type of fish is it exactly?
Panla.
Panla, all right. Round fish?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. It's been fried down. How long did you fry it for? Did you fry it dry or?
Fried dry.
You fried it dry.
Very dry.
Fantastic. All right, so now how do we combine all of this? If you're joining us at home, all you need is to prepare your deep dish pot and a frying pan.
Yes.
And how do we begin?
Let's start with my friend.
All right. With those ingredients on your screen, you can follow along at home. Do you have any excess plantains just lying anywhere? Just get your plantain ready, your Scotch bonnet or atarodo, dried fish, or rather fried fish, fried smoked fish. You can have some beef, palm oil, tatashe pepper, pepper mix, salt, and ugu leaves. That's UGWU leaves. We can't wait to begin now. And Chef Tiflo, what did you just do? Okay, you're waiting for the pots to dry?
Yes.
Okay, before we add our palm oil. I'm looking at the palm oil and it doesn't look like oil. Is it the cold weather?
Yes.
It's the cold weather, right? It's making it look very thick. But I hear, that's like some of the best part of the oil.
Yeah.
The thicker part, right? Okay, so we have about a cup of palm oil going in there. And while we wait for that to heat up, what have we done with this beef so far?
The beef. I cooked the beef.
You cooked it?
Yes.
How did you cook it? I mean, did you boil it down?
I boiled the
Spice?
beef. Spice, just little salt.
Okay.
Because I have my crayfish.
Okay.
I don't want it too spicy because of the plantain.
Okay, fantastic. Now, the plantain you picked, was there a specific type of plantain you picked? Is it unripe or ripe?
It's a semi-ripe.
Semi-ripe, so somewhere in the middle. So not too yellow?
No.
Not too yellow, but not too green.
white, yes.
All right. Okay, so our oil is heating up now. I also noted that you've already cut the onions
Yes,
here.
I
Is this
chopped them.
one large onion or?
Yes, one large onion.
All right, fantastic.
So I'm adding my plantain to the water.
Plantains going into the water. Not much water in that.
No, not much water.
Just a little.
A little.
Okay. So I know that she's going to throw in some onions at this point. So we're going to wait for that plantain to soften a little as well. And while we're waiting for that to happen, you can get set for your activities as well at home and just tag us with the hashtag WakeupNigeria on TVC. And of course, you can tag us TVC. That's WakeupNigeria TVCE on Instagram. We can't wait to see everything you're up to. All right, a quick break coming your way. Stay with us.
And you are welcome. It's time for our fashion segment for Friday, and today we have Esther Uche Ukandu. She's the founder of Uche Clothings, a brand that has successfully carved a niche for itself and also a business niche in streetwear and self-care, blending her passion and also fashion sense into one beautiful package. And when you see her, you'll agree. You are welcome, Esther. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's talk about your, how do I put it, our brand and the niche that you have provided for. Let's talk streetwears and stuff. Why the need to go into that segment of fashion?
Okay, so I mean, fashion is everything that you can, represent and reflect. And I feel streetwear is an everyday need for humans, of course. So why not? Yeah.
Okay, so do you put into consideration our climate here in Lagos, especially only just a week ago? In fact, only just a couple of days ago, we're all dying because Mother Nature was parboiling Nigeria. So when it comes to fashion and your designs, do you have that as a consideration?
Oh, yes, of course. I mean, our weather here is pretty hot and sometimes cold. So the materials that I use are basically cotton, and cotton is good for the skin.
Okay.
And sometimes I use polyester as well, just to give a little bit of elasticity.
Polyester doesn't work with me.
Oh, why not?
Oh, because there's a booming aura that comes from after a day inside of polyester. You must agree.
Okay.
But in any case, I also, well, you have a couple of models here with us that we're going to be taking a look at real soon so we can
Okay.
see exactly what that fashion is like, what that streetwear fashion that your brand gives is like. But I wanted to ask, business now in a country like Nigeria and everything that we're going through, how easy has that been for you and the challenges perhaps?
Well, so business is pretty good, but of course the economy, it's not so good. But however, I try to find a balance between the two because by all means we must get clothed.
Yeah.
So I try to see the pocket and ensure that the brand has its standards and it's also meeting the needs.
All right, we're going to come back to that pockets versus standards and also making sure that it is still very standardized type of. Now, let's take a look at one or two of our models and see what that fashion that we're talking about is like. Now, it's called SC Uche clothing. Let's have our model come out so we can check out what this brand has in offering for Nigerians. But while we're getting our model, now, so you started SC clothing when?
I started sometime in 2019, but it officially kicked in 2022, yes.
2022, so it's going to be 2 years old?
Yes.
Out there, yeah, okay,
Yes.
grand. All right, so let's take a look at our very first model here. While you talk us through this, well, what do you call it? Ensemble, I guess?
So what she's putting on is the resilient shirt. So this is the female wear. And if you notice, you have Nigeria and the year 1981. So that year was when the women's rights was actioned.
Ah, interesting.
Yes, and of course Nigeria, because I have to bring it back home. And of course resilience. This is showing us to be resilient as women because, I mean, women's rights has really not been so pronounced here in this part of the world. So wearing this would always keep you in check and also remind you to always be resilient in everything that we've done. Because we've had women in the past, you know, people like Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. I mean, she's still here with us, yes, but they have shown so much tenacity, so much resilience. You know,
So it's not just fashion; it's also some sort of expression.
Exactly.
Ah, very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I also see that you're wearing one of yours as well, and on it you've got the word secured. Do you want to talk us through that one as well?
Oh, yes. So the idea is to enable people be secured in their self, in their body, in whatever thing they represent. Because most times people, you know, lean towards their insecurities. So what the brand has successfully done is enable people see the inner thing, the inner beauty, the inner security, and just let them live through, you know, all that.
I love that expression. I love it. Let's take a look at our second model. This model looks very familiar, but let's check her out now. This is a very nice lemon. Is that lemon or yellow? Which is it?
It's yellow and lemon.
Yellow and lemon. Lemon's my best color. And it's got tenacity, 1981, Nigeria. Talk us through the inscription here.
So tenacity, I mean, Nigerian women has always been known to be tenacious with everything that they do. For instance, Agbani Derego, she represented us at the Miss World pageant, and she came to be the winner. And I think it's something that needs to be emulated because it takes so much courage to actually go through a competition like that, being that we have never won anything before her. So yes, that
So
is-
long ago, but it still echoes
Yes,
even up
it does.
until now. I'm going to have both our models come out so that we can see them together. But while they're doing that, let me ask, there seems to be a certain kind of feministic or feminist nuance to your brand. Am I correct? Or
Oh no, you're not correct.
I'm not correct? Okay.
Yeah.
There's another follow-up question to that, but answer first, please.
Okay, yeah, so as much as I want the women to
Be outspoken.
be outspoken, be represented, the men are not left out. Because what I see is we have focused so much on women that we are neglecting the men.
Yeah.
And the society is what it is because of how we are being perceived. So we shouldn't leave the men out of it. I actually have something for the men as well.
Good.
And most times it's the inscriptions like the secured. There's a male version of this because the Nigerian man has to be secured as well.
Nice.
You know, and I also lean towards the mental health of
That's
men.
good.
Yeah, and I also have like initiatives, projects that's direct towards that. Just last year, I had some sort of initiative to help men be more outspoken and share their insecurities and learn how to get through with that.
I see one of those designs on the screen here. Unbroken, unhooked.
Unhooked, yes.
Unhooked. That's good.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Let's take a look at our models once again, so we get a. That's beautiful. I love the combination of colors on each of those all the time. Now, if can I suggest a few inscriptions for men?
Yes, please.
Yes. So, inscription number 1 should be us too.
Us too.
Yes.
Noted.
This is coming off of the Me Too.
Okay.
What's it called? Expression. Us too is a very, we matter as well, and we've been neglected, like you said, from a while just now. And I think that we also need to start our own movement and be relevant once again in social consciousness. I don't know if you agree with me.
I totally agree with you.
Us too. Then there's mendem or mandem to give us back that masculinity that seems to have been taken away from us because of the new social movements and all. While we respect women and we love what they've done, and I'm speaking from a personal point of view now, I also believe that there should be a balance.
Yes,
the advocacy should also be on the side of men as well, so that we don't absolutely lose that need, that essence. Thank you very much. That's the right word. You've got so many of these words. Essence. Another inscription, please. The essence of life. In any case, Uche, it's been great having you here and also checking out your designs. We look forward to seeing more of these. We want you back over here on Wake Up Nigeria so we can also talk about these as well.
Absolutely.
Great.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome to stay. And of course, hopefully that you have enjoyed that little one and also the fashion segments and scents and everything. Maybe you might be inspired to make your own inscriptions and suggest to SE Clothings, SE Uche Clothings for one or two of those inscriptions. You know her social media handle. Alrighty, now let's tell you what, we've got so much happening inside of the kitchen. We can't wait to see what we might be having for breakfast. So let's take you there already. Who is in the kitchen? A little fine boy? A girl? Girl.
Yeah, so it's Chef T Flo, and this food is flowy, and I have to say, Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen is coming alive this Friday morning with some plantain porridge and what seems to be a pepper sauce. Let's talk a bit about this pepper sauce we're making, Chef T Flo.
Yeah.
What sort of sauce is this?
Pepper sauce.
No, as in, what have you put inside?
Atadidi.
Atagigun, that's
Atadidi.
Didi.
Fries.
So it was looking close to, what's it called? Ayamashe sauce initially.
No,
but that,
something
I think
like that.
takes a longer time to prepare, right? So this is going to go into the plantain, am I right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's a lot of plantain.
Yes.
Plantain porridge is one of those meals that I don't know, you have to sort of gauge the amount of plantain you're cutting. That looks like a whole bunch.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. You cut it down to tiny pieces for a reason.
And so it dies. I cut it dies.
Why? Why did you do that?
Because I want it very quick.
Okay. To cook on time,
Yes.
I guess it'll cook faster if you cut it into smaller pieces. So we've not touched the meat or the fish yet.
No, that is the last thing. That one is going last.
Last. Okay.
So I'm frying the sauce.
I really like the look of this sauce, and I'm wondering, if it's the kind of sauce I can also have by the side.
Yes, to eat rice, spaghetti, yam. Yeah.
All right. So if anybody has any spaghetti lying around or some yam, we can just, put it by the side.
Yeah.
All right. So with plantain porridge, there's not really too many things you can add to it because the flavor of plantain is quite strong.
Yes.
But what are the spices we're still going to put into that plantain?
Just crayfish and salt.
Crayfish and salt. One more
I'm
time.
not adding any seasoning.
No seasoning.
No seasoning cube, no.
Because the sauce has already got all the flavor.
The crayfish is giving me the sauce.
Fantastic. Now we have plantain, scotch bonnet, dry fish, or rather smoked fried fish here today. We have some pieces of beef. Of course, the palm oil is very key. Tatache pepper, pepper mix, salt, and ugu. Yes, what a combination. I can promise you that everything's gonna go into that pot. I've seen tea flow in the kitchen before, so I have no worries.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have any worries either. It's Wake Up Nigeria, everyone. We will be back after this. Oh my
There's so much
days.
that happens in those 5 seconds before the camera comes on us. We will get into trouble one day.
No, we won't. But should we show them what we're doing?
Well, what we're trying to like.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Like the new album cover.
But it's time for the second hour right here on Wake Up Nigeria. It's been a sensational Friday so far. And of course, we're actually hop skipping and jumping to the end of the month, like joke, like play. And we've been doing it. with a lot
Funny
of
you should
energy.
say hop, skip, and jump because the older you get, the more you lose the ability to skip.
Really?
I'm telling you, if I ask you to skip right now, you
I
can't
can
remember.
skip.
Do it.
I can. There's no space. I'll
You
go
can,
out
you
of
can.
I can.
Try.
No,
we
I'm not
we
gonna
forget
skip.
how to skip.
My
The older we
children are
get.
watching. I don't want to embarrass them.
Titi, skip.
No.
Just do it.
No.
I promise you can't.
We have quite a lot coming your
Try it
way
out
on
there.
Wake
If you're
Up
older
Nigeria.
than 30, you've lost the ability to skip.
No
it's
way.
Proven. We can't skip the older we get because we forget how to be children.
What? My inner child always showcases itself every single day. I am young.
Oh yeah,
I'm very young. I'm part of the TikTok generation.
Oh please, my name is Mazino Appeal and I can't skip and I'm not ashamed to say it.
I'm
She is
Titila Oyinson. I can skip, I can hop, I can jump. I can do so many great things.
because she's
I'm
dynamite.
Exactly.
In any case, thank you guys for tuning in. Channel 16 for GOTV, UHF 49, and of course 121 for StarTimes. And of course, you should be following us already. Wake Up Nigeria is one of the Instagram pages you should be following.
Yeah.
However, we are TVC Entertainment _ for all of those juicy little tidbits.
Yes, indeed. Quite a lot still coming your way. The kitchen is coming alive.
Oh
Ooh.
yes, plantain porridge, yes.
Yes, indeed. Chef T-Flow is flowing. She gonna wave at us now. Chef T-Flow, give us a wave. Give us a wave.
Where's Chef T-Flow? Where is she?
She's there. She's looking at her pot. She's turning that plantain porridge right now, and she's having a blast. She's been having a fun time with us in the kitchen. Now, of course, we've had to make sure that security are on standby because Mike Mexicano was lurking around, trying
Still
to
somewhere there.
Yeah, he's still somewhere around, but not to worry. We will protect you, Chef. From Mike. We're about to have a luscious time in the studio with our friends at Lush Hair who've invited someone special to talk to us today about her journey. We have Adebinkwe from Bim Bim Hair in the studio. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, now with that smile on your face, I can see that, you're really happy to be here. We are happy to have you as well.
I'm happy to be here as well.
All right.
Be my first time of coming here.
Oh, welcome. I have to say, Bim Bim Hair just sounds like the most cozy name for a hair salon that I've ever heard. Who picked that name for you?
My husband.
Your husband picked that name?
Yes.
Bim Bim Hair.
Yes.
I honestly feel like the average woman on the weekend is probably thinking, let me go to Bim Bim Hair to go and get my hair done.
Yes.
But what sort of hair do you specialize in?
Yeah, actually, before I went to Lush Professional School,
Okay.
I'm just a braider. I braid on just braids.
Okay.
But after my Lush Professional School, so I dip into the hair more. So I began to do like revamping, doing wig and all that.
Okay.
Then you bridal hair.
Okay, all right. So now bridal hair has changed over the years.
Yes.
Before it was just about straight hair, but now people are using
Different kind of products to do it, and that's make it more beautiful. You can
Okay.
even use your wig on your hair.
wow.
Your
wigs.
frontal, yes.
Okay.
After the installation, we can style it,
Okay.
and it will still be a bridal hair.
So a lot of people are keeping their natural hair now as opposed to before when they were relaxing their hair using chemicals.
Yes.
So did they teach you anything about natural hair there as
Yes. With your natural hair, we can still pack the hair. That is when we make use of this, our kinking. So with it,
well? Yeah.
you can still pack your hair, and you can still use it as your bridal hair.
So, a lot of people have their way of braiding, something they're more familiar with, something they're more comfortable with.
Yes.
And, you know, it's different customers have different wants. In 2024 now, what are the most popular hairstyles people are requesting from you?
Wow. You know, because of the economic, everybody is looking for a cheaper thing in order for them not to spend much. Like the one on my hair now.
Yeah.
Some of them will just give me a cornrow like 5,
Yeah.
6 pieces, 4 pieces.
Yeah.
Like mine like this. Why some people will just go for a short braid like this.
Yeah.
Some people call it tire. Why some people call it ring light.
Okay.
You just fall it down, then roll the tips like this. You can still go with it.
These tips that you rolled now, did you use thread to hold it? I'm wondering how they're holding that. Is it thread?
Yes.
Okay.
After the wild braid, after braiding the hair, then we roll it.
Fantastic.
Then we tack it with needle and thread.
And it doesn't take time.
No, it doesn't.
And it's not uncomfortable because
No,
sometimes
at all.
braids just, you know, they stress you. They will be hitting your face.
No, at all. When you get tired, you can take it to the back side.
All right, fantastic.
Then you feel comfortable.
Now, because of the high demand for braids now and braiding in salons, I feel like salon owners have to employ a lot more braiders now. I'm wondering how, in this economy, you're able to staff your shops. You have 2 branches, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
One at Chevron,
Okay.
and the other one is at Mobile Road,
Okay.
at opposite VIO
Okay.
office.
All right. So how are you able to, you know, keep your staff happy in this economy?
Well, it's not easy, but with the grace of God, if we are using like 10 people before, we reduce it in order for us to be able to pay them.
Okay.
So
all right.
that's how we manage it for now.
So now, there are some salons that have a style of, you know, maybe they invite the braiders over and then they bring their customers and then they, you know, they use your salon as like a show glass for their work. Is that how you work?
People do it, but I don't do it.
Okay.
But what I do is that if, like, people in Lekki do call me, they call me, Bim, please, I have 2 braids. Please kindly come and do one.
Okay.
Then take your money.
Okay, okay.
So instead of me to lose the customer or give it out, just come, ask your guests to do it, then go with the money. But come with all what you are going to use.
So you come with your lush hair.
My lush hair, my mousse, my spray gel, anything that I'm going to use.
Needles
I
and
will
everything.
just go there
Okay.
and do it and come back.
Fantastic,
I
fantastic.
cannot tip the owner of the salon.
So that's how we're doing it now.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So there's only one other thing. I know that I've invited people to come and do home service for me many times. When it comes to home service, there's some things you can't do because, you know, in the salon, you have access to some things. And then when you go for home service, so which braid is easiest to do when you go for home service?
Fine. Like, I usually do home service more before I attend the Lodge Professional School.
Okay.
So before going, I will have to buy wild braid, then pull it.
Okay.
Then I discovered the challenges I do have then is that, no, you won't tell me say it complete 3 like this.
Okay, 3 parts.
You understand?
Okay.
So you won't tell me say complete 3. So in short, I will have to convince them. But thank God now there is this ready to braid.
Okay.
It's picked there already.
All right.
So I will just go there with 3 packs, so they are going to see it. There's nothing like you've cut it at home before bringing it.
Okay.
And there's this our Supreme, very long and full. It's 10 in 1. So using that one give me joy because it's already no stress.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. All right, so I can see the wild braids here. I can also see passion twist. I can also see kinky twist. This is the long one.
Yes,
I've never done long kinky before. It's not stressful. Won't you get tangled?
No. No.
Sure.
With the way they are doing micro twists now.
Okay.
So it's very easy for us to use. And very long. There's no need of you adding joining another one.
Okay.
So it's very long. The length you want will just be there.
All right, fantastic. So you've made it seem very simple, but I remember braiding as a very stressful activity from when I was a child.
Man.
I never really liked to braid. It was so stressful.
Though before, it's painful, let's be sincere. It's painful. But the help of this knotless braid and all that now make it more easier. You won't even feel it. You want on my head now. Yeah. Not the way we normally tie it from the down before. But now, we have to braid your hair a bit, then be feeding in the attachment. So it makes it more easy.
Fantastic.
And not painful.
We have Bim Bim Hair here. Now, she is our guest courtesy, our friends at Lush Hair today. And it's been interesting hearing your story. Now, you have a branch at Chevron and Mobile
another
Road.
one at Mobile Road, Tadaja.
All right. Now, I'm going to be checking out Bim Bim Hair. I'm wondering if you're going to check out Bim Bim Hair as well. Big shout out to our friends at Lush one more time. Let's take a break. We have more coming your way after this.
And you're welcome. It's our final guest for a Friday edition. Let's just say for the entire week, and we have been looking forward to this. We have with us Ukachukwu Ugochi Michelle. Sounds familiar? I'll tell you why. She's the once most beautiful girl in Nigeria and Miss Universe Nigeria currently. Her vision is to see women thrive outside societal boxes through rehabilitation, empowerment schemes for women, and also access good education for both men and women. Good to see we're not left out. You are welcome, Ugochi.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
to
you for
have you
having
here.
me.
I will let them know that while you walked in, I refused to stand. Because even sitting, she seems to be an inch or two even taller than me. We gotta fix this. How tall are you?
I am 6'3", 6'3".
I'll tell you something. I do not know what the world is like looking up. Because I've always had to
look down.
To look down. Not look down on, but just look
yeah.
down. So I can't imagine what it'll be like having a conversation with you standing up. That 1 inch is a lot of difference.
I mean, it's good to experience new things once in a while.
Only once.
You can experience this.
Do you think that your height had something to do with why you came out Miss Beautiful Girl in Nigeria 2017?
I wouldn't say my height, because we had people that were almost as tall as me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yes, maybe the height had
An advantage?
and made it easier for people to notice me when I walked in the room. But then you have to have something else to hold that attention.
Yeah.
So I would say that the height helped, yes, but I wouldn't say that was most of it.
Yeah. Do people get intimidated? Question, I got intimidated. Mostly, you're used to people often go like, wow.
Yes.
But does that affect you in any kind of way? Like, oh, now you're going to think I'm intimidating.
So when I was younger, it used to, negatively actually, I hated it, because I used to feel people didn't want to approach me or talk to me, especially my peers. Like, you're too tall. When people said that, it used to make me feel very self-conscious of myself. But then as I grew older, and then I realized that what I had was actually a gift, the height was a gift. And I started appreciating it, and I don't want to say start making use of it, I'll tell you why. But as I grew older, and then I got into modeling, and then the beauty pageant industry, where having self-confidence is really important, I think that kind of helped me begin to love what I used to hate. And I wouldn't say use my height, because so it's a question that people always ask when they see me that I find annoying. Please, when you see a tall person, don't ask the person, what are you using your height for?
Nah.
Do you play basketball? And when you say no, do you play volleyball? And you say no, be like, you're wasting the height. I'm like, it's usually annoying. So that's why I didn't want to say I'm using my height.
So I'm not going to ask. It was in my list. So let's just strike that off. But in any case, then you went on to be Miss Universe 2023.
Yes.
Which you are right now. That must be so exciting. You never lose, do you? I mean, she's the tallest person in the room. She was Miss World, Miss Universe.
I try not to lose.
That's got to be great. Let's talk about you getting married, by the way. I want to talk about that. Everybody's been waiting to hear that question. So you got married recently. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Winfrey was at your wedding. Of course.
Yes, she was.
That was grand.
She was.
Beauty queens like to stick together and everything. It was a grand event, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was amazing. It was like a dream come true.
It was a dream come true.
Yes.
Definitely. What impact does that have in your career? Being a beauty queen, now getting married, still having your crown and being married at the same time?
So, first of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to the organization for opening up the platform and making it available for women that are married. So now a married woman can go contest. And I think that kind of opens up the boxes that women, when you're a married woman, you have to be a certain way or do a certain thing. I mean, you have to be a certain way and do certain things, but then it shouldn't limit your career choices. And I'm happy that they opened that up and that aside. And the impact it has on me, marriage, and combining it with pageantry, I think it mostly has to do with who your partner is. Having someone that
Who is your
supports
partner?
you. Prince Nicholas.
Oh, wow.
Okachukwu.
Now we know. Go on.
Yes. So having someone who supports your dreams,
Yeah.
who sees you and understands what your dreams are and is willing to walk down that path with you and see you excel. And I think when you have that kind of person as a partner, it's like a boost. So if you were, let's say, here, and then you have that kind of person by your side, it takes you higher.
Yeah.
And having him by my side has really made a lot of my work easier, really. Having that strong support system, someone I can go and talk to and ask, like, okay, I'm struggling with this. And then he's willing to chip in and say, oh, wait, why don't you do it this way? And it will be easier. And yes, it kind of, and also there's been a lot of stereotype around beauty queens. Being married and being a beauty queen kind of like brings that down. There's a whole lot more respect when you walk into a room because they know that there is someone standing beside you, there's someone that supports you, and you're not just doing this because you're a fine girl, you want to be a fine girl, you're doing this because you want to make an impact, you want to make a change, you want your voice to be heard. And I think it's a wonderful thing.
Do you think that the reputation of your husband being a notable person in society also gave that allowance to the organization to let you still continue as the queen? Do you think it's to their advantage in any way?
I wouldn't say so, no, because when I contested, they didn't know that I was getting married. I mean, I told a few people, like my roommates, that I'll be getting married, but I didn't tell the organization. And letting me keep the crown, like I said, the organization already opened up the platform to married women. So me getting married with the crown, it's almost the same thing.
All right. So your marriage was big on social media. Everybody was talking about it. And, you know, it's not the post that is often the cake. It's the comment section.
Yeah.
So did you go through the comment section? Did you see the comments? There were so many, people talked about everything from compatibility to age difference and all of that. What was the worst a comment you perhaps maybe saw if you went through the comment section?
I did go through the comment section. And yeah, there were good comments, there were encouraging comments, and there were nasty ones as well. The worst one I would say is, so for me, I'm already used to having bad comments because people just tend to troll people. So it didn't really get to me. What just got to me was the misinformation. If you're going to carry news about someone or something, at least let it be correct, instead of spreading misinformation.
What was one of these misinformations?
So there were talks about, so the age was wrong, obviously. So they tried to make my age way younger and make his older, so it looks like, I mean, the age difference is
What's
there.
the correct age difference?
The correct age difference. Funny thing, I haven't calculated.
You have not calculated it.
I just know how old I am and how old he is, but I haven't actually done the math.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
You're 28?
Yes.
And he is?
54.
54.
Yes.
All right, somebody do the calculations for us, please, real quick. Mathematicians in the house. Thank you very much.
I haven't done
Yeah, well, it's not necessary for you. It's necessary for the buzz and, you know,
for social
sensationalism.
Media. And the comment section.
Exactly. Oh, hang on. We're getting 26 years.
Really?
That doesn't bother anybody. It shouldn't. I mean, hey, that's grand, isn't it?
I'm fine
Fantastic. All right, now let's move on to your endeavors as Miss Universe. You have a thing for education for women. And then this time, thank you very much for adding men to it. Why are you driven to see women actually get this education that you are talking about?
So for me, I am really keen on financial education for women, not personal finance, more like business finance, because being in the beauty pageant space, you are opportuned and privileged to do a lot of, work with the society, helping people, financing businesses and all of that. Charity work per se. And something that I have seen over the years is you help people, you help them finance their businesses, you give them funds, and then 3 months, 6 months, they're back to square one and they're back again. And the whole point of helping people is that when you help somebody, you want to see the person grow and thrive and yield fruit and also pass that help down. But when the person isn't using the resources that you've given them properly, they just come back again. And what this does is it blocks room, it blocks the way for more people that are coming up that actually need that help. And so for me, I felt, what is the problem? Why is this an unending cycle? And it's because I realized that people are not properly, women especially, are not properly educated on how to manage their resources, how to manage their finances, and things like that. So that is where I come in. Yes, to make to create a sustainable solution to this unending cycle of people getting the help and resources they need and then mismanaging it and coming back again.
All right.
So that is why I am really passionate about it.
Fantastic. It's been good talking to you, but I'm not going to let you go because we have a very small game, very short one, something not to...
Is there a price?
We haven't yet computed that our budget does not support prizes. What is it with you and winning, by the way? You still want a prize for this one?
I like winning.
All right, we'll see if you win this game. It's very simple, but do stay with us. And you do stay tuned because we're going to have her with us when we play our very short game for Wake Up Nigeria Friday edition. We'll be back after this break. And you're welcome. It's time for our Friday games. Of course, it's...
Game day!
Yeah. That's how we do it here. It's a simple game. It's called Guess the Word, and Mike has joined us as well. Mike will not be standing in the process of this game because if he did, then
what?
Yeah. So our producers are going to give me a word, and I'll be asking you guys to guess the word. The closer you get to the word, I'll tell you you're warmer or colder. It's very, very easy. No. Don't give me that word now.
That was a tester.
Titi heard the word. Okay, let's use it as a tester. So this is a tester. You heard the word.
I heard the word.
All right, so I will just give you a clue. It is ubiquitous. You see it everywhere.
A car.
Cold.
Cold, very cold.
Gary.
Very, very cold.
Ice cold.
Ice cold. Just a bit there.
But if we miss, you should give us one.
Give another clue.
Trees use it.
Trees need it.
Trees need it.
Water.
Nice.
Super hot, in fact, burning.
That's it. So that's how it's going to go. So Titi, if you proceed to take out your earpiece so you don't hear the next word.
All right.
Thank you very much.
No, you just told the whole world we have an
earpiece. Give a word. So when people do it,
you could do that. You could do that. All right. So let's begin. Please, producers, give me a word. Ooh. Okay. Event.
Wedding.
Burial.
Lukewarm. Lukewarm.
Birthday.
Lukewarm.
It's not wedding. It's not birthday.
Events. Lukewarm birthday event with lots of
dancing.
Pomp and
Pageantry. Huh?
That's it. Pageantry.
Okay.
Don't worry, you will still win. You will still win. She wants to win. All right.
You will win.
Put back in your earpiece. I'm going to take mine out because you.
Let me find it.
They will not give me words.
There it is.
Earpiece what they do. Don't
worry. All right.
No.
All right, Tuti, I'll let you have a go.
Give me a word.
Give her a word, please.
Give me a word. Sorry? Okay, so are you speaking English? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Measurement.
Oh, where that?
Tape. Tape.
In order to find it, you need a tape. So yeah, warm.
Inches, feet.
Warmer.
Centimeter.
Kilometer.
Warmer.
In order to find it, you need a tape.
Yeah, warmer.
Length.
Ooh, so warm. You're toasty.
Breath. With
Height.
Height. That was it.
I think I know what it is. Everything is pertaining to her.
Really? All right. Can I take my talk back in?
All right. Okay. Mike wants to have a go. Okay. So just think of a word and let us know.
Okay. So the word is there. All right,
the word is there.
Okay.
Give us a clue.
Yeah, a clue. COD.
Really?
COD.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Game.
Console.
Computer game.
Gun is warm. Console is cold.
Okay.
Wow.
Weapon.
Warm. The word, I am seeing the word now. It's around us.
It's a game console.
It's around us.
It's around.
A camera.
No. You were close with gun. This is very, very cold.
But there's no gun here now, so.
That's to say,
temperature gun.
Well, gun is warm.
Gun. Weapon.
I said
Weapon is warm.
Knife.
Warm.
Machetes.
I have no idea.
So put all of that together.
Cutlery.
Armory.
Yes, put all that together. Warmer. Put all that together.
Cutlery.
What on earth?
But you know what Call of Duty is?
Yeah,
It's a game.
It's a video game.
Halo.
About
War.
Battle.
War.
Fighting.
Battle fighting.
In the bosky.
Soldiers. You said in the bosky.
Really? Seriously? What? The soldier with round.
The soldier within. How can we take this as something
I have
around
a
us?
question, please. Wow, I have a question.
This is
in
too-
the bosky, really?
He's a man of war. Wow.
Okay, so it's your turn
Okay,
now.
your turn. Don't tell us, just think it.
Just think it and
And then give us a clue.
Okay, the clue is...
Clue.
If it takes this long to find out,
No, the clue is really hard. I want to change the word. I'm thinking the word is too easy, so I'm thinking, should I change the word?
Go ahead.
Or just go ahead with the word?
Just give us.
Anyone.
Okay.
Just give us.
And the clue is royalty.
Queen.
No.
Beauty queen.
No.
Crown.
Yes.
Nice.
Now I gotta
Got it.
think up a word. All right, go. Think up a word.
I'm here, guys.
Go, do.
All right.
It's gonna be tough
No, it's not.
already.
No, it's not.
Did you know she used to be a pageant, a beauty queen too, as
Can
well?
I pick a word,
Oh, you do?
please?
Okay,
But
great.
you know,
Just letting you know.
I've forgotten my word now. All right. The clue is lenses.
Lenses,
Yeah.
glasses.
Camera.
You got it. Woo!
Spot on.
Thank you.
guy.
You said
Are you
glasses.
satisfied now?
Yes, thank you.
Because it seems like you just won.
Yes, lenses. What? I said lenses. I didn't say
Congratulations.
lenses.
You are our winner
All
for
right.
today. It's grand having you over, but I'm hoping you're not on a diet, are you?
No, I'm not. Why?
Because we've got stuff in the kitchen we'd love you to
For the
taste.
winner.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
Hey.
Start with the one because you will not have eaten.
Great going.
That's the price.
Yeah. You were asking
You
for
will
a
not have
price.
eaten if you now win.
I'll tell you guys what. Let's
She
all
actually
move.
did win.
And you're welcome back. It's time for the end of the show for the week.
Yes, it is.
And we're
It's
here
been
in the
a
kitchen.
fabulous Friday, hasn't it?
As indeed it
Chef
has.
Tiflo, you know we love you. Chef Tiflo has become an even bigger part of the TVC family. We know
You
why.
can say that again.
Yes, she's here every single day now.
Let me guess again.
Yeah, she's not a guest anymore. She's a friend of the house, friend of the family, and she's put together plantain porridge.
Ooh.
Special.
Oh, I love the vegetables all over it.
All right, so please have a taste.
Mitchell, tell us what it tastes like because we're looking forward to finding out. We can't
Have
wait
a
to
taste
have
and let us
taste
know what you think. Everything is in there. Loads of obstacles inside.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
thinking that it was a fada sauce, Chef Tiflo. That's different from a fada sauce.
Yes.
What is it exactly? What kind of sauce is it?
Normal pepper means sauce.
Pepper sauce. Okay, well that's interesting.
Start eating.
Michelle, what do you think?
Call the cameras. I want to eat.
Kosh wants to dive in.
She is gonna dive in. And everyone loves a beauty queen that eats
Yes,
real
indeed.
food.
Yes,
like
nice.
this.
A beauty queen is natural, like the rest of us. That's not like, oh no, I didn't touch oil, so I don't like
oh,
fatty.
wow,
Hey,
wow.
chopo. Economy is not. You can't be choosing stuff these days. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much, Rachel. Thank you very much, Chef Tiflo.
It's been fabulous.
It has been indeed, absolutely. Thank you to everybody who joined us from Monday up until now. Of course, you can catch every single episode on YouTube if you do choose to go there and see everyone from Monday. Of course, we will be back again next week, Monday, for another great week for Wake Up Nigeria. But Mike has a... no, now, careful.
Just don't shoot
Beautiful
them.
game.
Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow.
You know what? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Beautiful game tomorrow. Mike will be on the air at 11 o'clock?
Yeah, 11
At 11 o'clock for the
See you
beautiful
then.
game. So catch him then.
Yes,
Until next week, from the rest of us, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.